Roma people across Europe have suffered a recent wave of violent attacks and threats of deportation. That's a big worry for the 1.5 million strong community living in Russia. They're all too familiar with discrimination, and they believe their place in Russia is more tenuous now than ever. Moscow correspondent Norman Hermont reports.
Mention the word Roma in Russia, and very likely this is the image it will conjure up. Television here serves up a steady diet of exposés linking Roma to crime, especially the drug trade. The reality is much more mundane. For generations, Roma have slowly integrated into Russian society. Families like the Grochovskys are typical. They've escaped poverty, but not Russian stereotypes.
People would say if he is a Roma, he is a thief. What did he steal? And even if he didn't, and it was a Russian who stole, they would say it was Roma.
Roma advocates say, while for the most part Roma here do not face deportation, they do face severe prejudice.
In public opinion, they are drug dealers, they are thieves, they don't want to work, and so on.
Even in Soviet times, Roma were a prominent minority, featuring in films depicting them as horse traders and musicians. Music remains an important part of Roma culture, but many fear when it comes to education, young Roma are sliding backwards. In the USSR, children learned Roma ways and were forced to go to school. Not anymore.
If a child didn't go to school, a teacher would come and ask why the child didn't attend. So they just forced them to study. And now, unfortunately, all this is being lost somehow.
Less education means there's more chance young Roma will be marginalized. More chance they'll turn to crime. More chance they'll only reinforce stereotypes like these. Norman Hermont, ABC News, Moscow.